So I'm walking back from Costco right now. Basically, the saxophone player told me how amazing the Costco restaurant was. And since we don't have Costco's back home, I thought it'd be fun to go, because I've always heard about Costco, but I've never been able to go, seeing as we only have Sam's Club back in Tennessee. So we went and split an 18-inch pizza. Absolutely massive. And then we ate yogurt afterwards, and I had a soda on top of that. So I calculated it up, and I personally ate 3,000 calories in one meal just now. And I feel like I'm gonna die. Was it worth it? Absolutely. Absolutely, it was worth it. So here's some footage of my adventure at Costco.
First Costco's
Go ahead.
Here we go.
Dude, that's a big zop. Holding this freaking slice of pizza. Are you zooming in?
Zoom in. It's big. Final piece.
Last piece.
Let's do this.
So now I am just walking back. It's about 3 o'clock here. We have shows at 7:30 and 9:30 tonight. We're actually putting on a brand new show today. It's a Neil Diamond tribute. So the demographic on the Pride of America is definitely gonna go nuts for that. Yeah, I'm just walking back to the ship right now. I might go to the Queen Kaahumanu Center, which is a mall here in Maui. If I do, I will take some footage, because I go most every week, and I don't think I've ever shown it in a video. So I'll show you guys where I like to hang out. So I usually just come to this Queen Kaahumanu Center just when I just need to get away from the ship. It's a lot of fun playing music every day, but it gets a little isolated being on the ship all the time. So I like to come out to the real world, and we're here in Maui right now, so every Sunday and Monday I can come to the Queen Center, and I do. But that's all I have for right now, guys. I'm going to go play a Neil Diamond tribute and a party set. So I will turn the camera back on when I have something to show you. See ya. I can't take you home. Stop following me. You're so cute. Stop it. It is time for... It is time for some questions. Franlerchenko asks, how many drum set grooves are you playing? Is it worth practicing all those fills that some set players tend to spend their whole practice time on? So, extremely good question. When I auditioned for this job, part of my audition material was playing 12 different styles. I thought to myself, it's awesome that I learned those for the audition and everything, and I'm glad I know them, but how much am I actually going to use? All 12. And to my surprise, if not all 12, we use 10 or 11 of them. Not every day, but randomly during a jazz set, a guest might come up and request a tango. And first of all, tangos are a lot of fun to play, just because I don't ever play them. So I guess it's just foreign to me and very cool. But I've played tangos, I have played merengues, which I never thought I'd play a merengue. I played cha-chas, a lot of mambas, rumbas, even played When the Saints Go Marching In, so I was able to pull out the second line groove. The only one that I can recall that I worked on for the audition that I've never used, it's called a paso doble. Apparently it's like bull rider music, or bull, with the red, you know, the bulls. That's gonna bug me. But anyway, yes, I actually use a lot of the styles that I prepared for. There's a lot, and I used most all of them. AC Crowder says, can you just answer every question I have already asked so I do not have to type them here? Well, AC, yes, no, maybe, only on Fridays, and not when it's dark out. Zach Gullidge asks, so do you have to move drums around the ship to different places when you play, or are there people for that? Or does the ship just have infinite drum sets in each room? So here on the Pride of America, there's a drum set at every venue that I play, but they're usually put away in a storage cabinet or something. So for every venue that I play, there is a designated drum set for that venue. And the entertainment technicians come in approximately 30 minutes usually before the set, and they set everything up for me. So all I have to do is some fine adjustments, maybe tune the drums a little bit. But for the most part, I haven't set up a drum set while I'm here. It's been really nice. I don't want to go back to the real world. This is wrong, but this is right. So good job, Isaac. Bad job, Zach. And finally, I could not locate the question, but I do remember it up here. My Uncle Martin asks, what is the ship's itinerary for the ports? So if I'm understanding you correctly, which I'm probably not, because I'm not very bright, you're asking what happens on the ship while we're in port, or what happens in the ports while we're in port? I'll give you both, just to cover all my bases. So while the ship is in port, there are some activities. The restaurants are all open, so you can always eat on the ship. They sometimes have lei making classes or hula classes, just different events around. I worked the art auctions. We do that while in port. We play a lot of shows in port. Our party sets, a few of the guest artist shows, some of the jazz sets are while we're in port. So there's a good likelihood that people may not even see those sets that we put on because they might be out and about. Now, to cover all my bases, what happens in the ports while we're in port? We have a shore excursions desk on the ship where you can find information for every single port and exactly what you'd want to do in those ports. They have lots of events lined up, some of the best being helicopter tours around some of the islands, a genuine Hawaiian luau, which I hear is fantastic. Unfortunately, I'm always playing during that time, so I haven't gotten to see it yet. I've done a few of the excursions. I went on a Kona coffee plantation tour. That was very informative and very awesome. I got to try 100% Kona coffee directly from the source. Being a coffee nut, or should I say bean, I really enjoyed that. But you don't have to do excursions. You can always just go out into the port and just do your thing. I know a lot of people that just rent cars and just drive around. just do their own thing, trek their own path, which I think is probably the way to go. But I have been on some really cool shore excursions, so you definitely would want to check both sides. Alright guys, well, as always, if you have anything, comment down below. Even if you don't have anything, comment down below. And if you have something but you're not sure how to word it, but you just really want to say or ask it, comment down below. Or even if you have a question for someone else that there's no way I would know the answer to, comment down below. And I'll see if I can get to all of your questions. Which, seeing as there's never that many, I'm sure I will. Unless there's just an explosion of questions, which will only happen if you comment down below. Alright guys, that's everything. Today marks 6 weeks left of my contract. Can't believe I've been away from home since the beginning of September, and it's December 1st today. It actually does boggle my mind that much time has gone by of me just being on a ship. But I have 6 weeks left. My contract ends in January 13th, so I'm excited. I'm excited to see family back home. I really miss everyone. With that being said though, I will see you guys next week.